Welcome to Being James Bond, the longest-running James Bond podcast in the world.
Yes, it's a farewell to arms.
Indeed, yeah, that's right. The guns were removed from the Amazon artwork for the James Bond films. And yeah, people are none too pleased, myself included. We'll talk about it. And in 4 days, I will be in London, England, kicking off Being James Bond Volume 2. And holy smokes, I cannot wait. I am so excited for this. I kind of believe that I probably gave all the details and exhausted the whole discussion, so I won't belabor that point, but I'm very much looking forward to this Saturday. Very much looking forward to taking a trip to London. Been too long for a Bond addict like myself, and I just love London, kind of irregardless of James Bond, so very excited for this trip, and hugely excited for the people I'm going to be seeing. So yeah, you can be sure that I'm dialed up to 11. I cannot wait for this. So what was the big news this past weekend? Which ironically kind of coincided with James Bond Day 2025. Amazon decided to take all the guns away for their new artwork for the James Bond films. And yeah, it was pretty bad. And I'll just say this, I don't know if I'm more offended as a James Bond fan or if I'm more offended as a graphic designer.
Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about Dr. Watley. I have a suspicion that he's converted to Judaism purely for the jokes.
And this offends you as a Jewish person?
No, it offends me as a comedian.
I mean, just putting the guns aside for a second, some of the artwork was ridiculous. Just that picture of Roger Moore alone for A View to a Kill. Come on. First off, you can't tell me there wasn't a better image from that film to use. I mean, this one was just kind of really sort of sad looking. And then when you put that drab brown blazer on him with the elongated arms. I mean, he looked like he was wearing a grandpa sweater that got stretched out, and the sleeves were just going down past his hands all the way down to his knees. It looked ridiculous, and I don't know what anyone was thinking there. Someone must have been in quite a rush to get that finished. So yeah, and other places just looked a little weird. I mean, again, you took the gun out of the hands of very iconic photos that we've seen a million times before. So again, even if you just dismiss the fact that the guns were removed, and we talk about why for a second, it just looked ridiculous. Like Pierce Brosnan in the GoldenEye one, he's holding a hand. It looks like he should be holding something in that hand, and it looks like you just took something out of his hand. And I mean, it just looks so unnatural. It looks ridiculous. So, yeah, like I said, just as a graphic artist alone, I was kind of offended by this mess. But yeah, let's get back to the elephant in the room. Somebody decided to sanitize these images by removing the guns from all of them. Okay, so where am I on this? First off, I agree wholeheartedly with the outrage and disappointment that came from the community this weekend, especially on James Bond Day 2025. Pretty lackluster. Again, we never really expect much for them to celebrate, the powers that be to celebrate that day. But I think David Zaritsky even mentioned, it fell on a Sunday. No one makes large announcements on Sunday. So again, okay, fair enough. But honestly, I was really disappointed with this, like a lot of people. I heard some people saying something like, I warned you that Amazon taking over was going to be bad news. Jim Foy, I'm looking at you. And I had to sort of comment and say, listen, you're not going to get any argument from me on this one. This was a bad look. Clearly a bad move. But here's the thing. I mean, again, I don't mean to sound like I'm trying to put lipstick on something. I mean, this was a clear flub. This was somebody really dropped the ball on this one, for sure. But again, does it make me feel like I'm nervous now about Amazon? No, I wouldn't say that, because again, I'm far more excited about things like the director, about the writer. I mean, that sort of thing is where that's how I'm feeling. That's a sign of what's to come. Some entry-level graphic designer making these images, not so much. I'm not too concerned about that. You know, I don't know if it's as simple as that just some little marketing department and some young graphic artist took it upon themselves to create these images. And again, I know I'm reaching when I say this, but maybe they took a look and said, you know, well, some have guns and some don't. Why don't we just make it all universal? We'll just take them all out. Do I think that's what it was? Nah, probably not. But again, I'm not going to let the actions of some graphic designer in some marketing room taint my excitement for what's coming. I really don't think this is a sign of larger things to come. I think this is more somebody let somebody do something, and the ball was dropped, and it was quickly corrected. So that's kind of how I'm looking at things. So, and again, like I said, it's already old news at this point. They took all that artwork down and replaced it with some old artwork. So, you know, I'm glad about that. Yeah. But again, like I said, I mean, this, like I said, again, I'm not trying to polish this turd at all. I'm sorry. This was bad. I mean, again, these images were really lame, weirdly inconsistent. Again, some kind of had interesting coloring here and there, and then others didn't at all. And again, the quality was obviously better in some than others. I don't quite get the Roger Moore one. Will stick with me. I mean, that again, as a graphic artist, that'll keep me up at night. Like, dude, come on. You know, I don't care how much of a hurry I'm in, you know, or what I'm trying to do, how much I just don't have the space, etc. That was weak. That was weak sauce. So, again, some graphic designer somewhere should get a tap on the wrist for that one for sure. But that's it. That's all I really have to say about it. I did not, you know, somebody dropped the ball. This was a bad look. Somebody really flubbed a moment. But I'm not too worried about it as a sign of other things to come unless this becomes a pattern. You know, if we start to see that this is becoming a problem, if we start to see other things getting a little homogenized for public consumption, then I might start to get a little nervous. But until then, like I said, I think this is a one-off kind of a goof, and you know, we can kind of just sort of forget about it. So that's that. Otherwise, I am just kind of too hopped up for my trip to London to really get too upset over it. So yeah, I'm just really jazzed for this trip. I'm really excited for the people that I know I will be seeing. As I mentioned, some people for the very first time I'm going to meet. And, you know, some I just haven't seen in years. So I'm really excited about the whole thing. By the way, David kind of alluded to this in his live stream on Sunday. I'll just say this. I was really hoping to sell books on site at a very discounted rate, just because I'm just thrilled that people got there and came. So, you know... So the bottom line is I had a lot of trouble getting the books delivered. For some reason, I ordered what they call author copies that you can get at a very discounted rate. And for some reason, they just never came. They never came. And in the past week, I mean, I was paranoid, like, what if I just don't get these books in time? So the bottom line is I had to order a stack of books at full price. So I paid full price for all these books that I'm going to be bringing over to London. I don't even want to know what my luggage fee is going to be with the added weight, etc., etc. So the bottom line is I think what we're going to end up doing there is saying, look, technically they're $15. If you'd like to pay $20 for these books to help me defray the cost. I mean, I'm really eating the cost of these books. So again, if you'd like to pay £20 for the book instead of £15, that will be up to you. And I have friends who are going to help me to, someone else is going to be in charge of actually selling the books. So I won't even know what you paid, but you're welcome to say, hey, he said 15, I'm paying 15. If you are feeling good and you want to, just give me the full 20 to try to cover my loss on this, I would appreciate it. Thank you. So that's it. All right, I'm done. Ugh, boy, don't ever write a book. It's crazy. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I just wanted to sort of chime in with that story. Again, it was just sort of a little weird blip on the radar, this whole thing with the artwork. And that's about it. So, guys, I hope I will be seeing a lot of you this Saturday. I cannot wait. Really looking forward to this. And otherwise, I will see you all very soon. I will probably try to do something. I don't know when or what, but people have asked me, like, are you going to do some sort of a signing, in the U.S., just like you did for Volume 1? At some point, somehow, somewhere. Yeah, I don't quite know what the schedule looks like yet, but I'm sure that'll happen at some point too. So anyway, I will let you go. This is your good buddy Head of Section. Can't wait to see some of you on Saturday, and for the rest of you, just keep living like James Bond. Talk to you soon.